This is Character Asked It. You already know Character did it. I'm here with Matthew Tubens, bro. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
What's up, yo? I'm an artist, producer, dancer from Jersey. And yeah, that's what I do.
All right, triple threat type shit.
Right. Yeah,
How old
yeah.
are you?
I'm 23. 23 in May.
Okay, and you grew up in Jersey?
Born and raised in Jersey my whole life.
All right, so tell me about that. Tell me about coming up in Jersey.
So what's it called? Yeah, so Jersey, man. I don't know if you've ever been to Jersey. You ever been to Jersey?
Nah,
All right, fair enough.
I drove through it, but
Yeah, to go to New York.
yo,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what everybody does. But nah, yeah, it's a dope place, man. Super diverse, super like, we got a bunch of like different types of people and different types of like areas. Cause like I'm trying to say is, Jersey's kind of like a suburb of New York City, and it's got a lot of factories, a lot of highways, some cities and stuff. But like where I live, it's like middle of nowhere, like cornfields. Like there's a cornfield like in
Really?
my backyard. Yeah, man.
that's crazy. Okay,
Yeah, and actually the funny thing is my whole family, everybody I'm related to from my mom's side and dad's side, like everybody, they're all from New York. They all born and raised in New York. But you know, when my parents got married, they chose to come out here. And like, it's funny, like I have ties with New York. I love New York. Like I'm there all the time and stuff. And like, but like I'm very much Jersey. I'm kind of like a country boy, to be honest. Like, you know, it's like I said, it's the middle of nowhere. So it's like, it's different than what people expect Jersey to be, you know?
what made them go out to Jersey?
I think they just wanted a better life for their kids. I think that's kind of the essence of it, because, you know, they grew up, both of them were like, you know, poor growing up, immigrant parents, and like, you know, they got tired of the kind of, they love New York, but like they got tired of they wanted a yard. They wanted kids that, like, you know, were just safe all the time, have to worry about their safety. My mom's from the Bronx, you know, she saw people, you know, get shot and laying on the sidewalk, you know, and like that type of stuff. And I think they just wanted a different life than what they grew up knowing, you know, because they grew up, you know, in the projects and, you know, in New York City.
Oh yeah, no, it makes sense, man. Are you glad they did that, or do you wish you kind of had? Is there part of you wish you grew up in the city, or you know, are you happy that you're in Jersey and you grew up there?
I kind of had like a little cultural, like, just like, I don't know, kind of confusion growing up. Like I was like, damn, like I'm not really like a lot of these kids out here. I've grown up and I realized like, okay, like I kind of am a country boy, but growing up I was very much like kind of like isolated in a lot of ways. Like, you know, we were like one of the only like brown families in the town, you know, so it was kind of tough in school, because it's just like I had a lot of, I guess, cultural differences from the kids I was going to school with. You know, I made some great friends, but they're all like, you know, white kids, so they didn't really understand a lot of things like that I was like, me and my family did, you know, the food we ate, like how we danced to music, and like where they came from. So that kind of was like a struggle growing up. But I, you know, now at, you know, 23, I realize like it's really a blessing, man. Like I'm so happy because one, you can never regret the things that made you who you are. And if you know, me having this kind of like cultural mix is what allows me to be me, and then it comes out in my music all the time, like, you know, making like kind of like genre bending, like, you know, pop music, like that's like inspired by like, you know, the city in New York, but it's also inspired by like, you know, kind of like the tranquility of like where I'm at now and like the beauty of nature and stuff. And I kind of like my mind's like kind of like a melting pot of all the input I've had my entire life from everywhere. And, you know, I kind of like that mix. That's kind of who I am now.
That's cool, bro. That's super. That's a great way to look at it, and the way you describe the music, then it all makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing music?
So I've been at it for like, it's been probably a little like over 3 years. So like 3 years in like July it was. And, you know, first year I didn't like really do anything. I just kind of like trained, I guess. Like I call it training, but I taught myself how to dance, taught myself how to produce and sing. And then in 2021, I started releasing music like consistently and posting and stuff.
What made you start?
What made me start? I think so many things, man. The great artists that I'm inspired by, they made me start. The times that you know, I was going through, like COVID-19 and being here and you know, having nothing to do inside, so that made me start. And then also being in school, and, you know, got to a point where I was like, kind of skipping class just so I can go listen to music in my dorm room. I was like, maybe you should try actually doing it, bro. Like, you're paying all this money to be here, but you wanted to just listen to music the whole time, so maybe you should just try making it. So a bunch of different things made me start. Like, I can go in about all those
So,
honestly.
You went to college?
I did, yeah. I just graduated college actually a few months ago.
Congratulations, bro. Where'd you go?
I went to Montclair State University. Yeah.
What'd you study?
I studied communications and media production. So it's like, it kind of helped me with like my music stuff, but kind of didn't. But my parents really wanted me to go, and it's hard when you're a kid. Like, it's hard to get things going for you, right? When you're trying to make a life for yourself. In that 18 to 23, 24 era, after high school, like, you kind of generate a life. You can't rely on your parents to help you like that. And at this style of school is like, I don't have many other options, so I might as well just finish that shit. But yeah.
You're on the music hustle. You just graduated with a communications degree. What's your focus right now?
My focus is music, man. Like, it's something that I never lived a life where I wake up every morning and like I kind of have like, I feel an innate purpose. Like, I feel like hope in my life that I can really like create something great. And it's kind of like a different type of like feeling. It's so invigorating, so like energizing, and that's just becomes my focus by default. It's just everything to me. Shit, like, I don't know, like it's man, being able to be in the studio, being able to just perform last night actually, it was awesome. Like, it's a blessing, and it's like being able to live my dream in real time, dude, and like release music, and like it's like all I care about.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you Jersey artists, bro, y'all outside, man. Like, y'all perform a lot, more so than any other artist in one state I've ever met in my whole life.
You know why?
Why?
Because we got to compete with those New York artists, man. And they're like, so you got to keep working.
Keeping you hungry.
Yeah. Straight up.
Was last night the performance that I see out on your story? You were dancing like with the lights and everything.
Oh yeah.
That shit was cool, bro. That, man, like, so how did you teach yourself to dance and all that?
So what's funny is that kind of like every night for the past like probably 4 or 5 years, I've go outside at night and I just put my AirPods in and I just listen to music. And it's kind of like how I wind myself down after a session in the studio or after work, whatever. I kind of wind myself down and like just like sit outside at night and listen to music. And like I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, and I listened to his music, and it was kind of just like, he makes music so infectious that you kind of just can't help but dance. And like I started to just like, I don't know, like I just started to do it, and it was like every single night for the past like 4 or 5 years, I've just been doing it every single night, and kind of just taught myself how to do it, and just muscle memory, and just, when you put in the work, skill builds over time, right? So that's kind of how I did. I didn't have an instructor. I didn't grow up dancing. I grew up as like a basketball and a soccer player, and like basketball, like moving with the rock and this like dribbling, and it kind of helps a little bit, but
when you're moving your head, bro, I can see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I kind of just taught myself, and like I grew up like an athlete, so like I just love being like, just doing stuff like physically. So dance kind of just came to me naturally. I think it's kind of in my blood. My family's from the Caribbean, so we love to dance, and then just MJ and all that stuff. So
hell yeah, bro, that's cool, man. What have been your biggest accomplishments?
It's a good question. All right, I think my greatest accomplishment so far was being able to perform at this venue in New York called the Bitter End, and it's like a legendary venue. Like, it was such an honor to be on that stage. Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Muhammad Ali had all like performed on that stage. Muhammad Ali gave a speech, he didn't perform, but on the same stage, and to be there and to entertain the audience in that setting, and then to like have like people come up to me, like the owner of the club come up to me after and like say like, yeah, I really like that song, I really like what you're doing. Just like the honor. Like, anybody who knows me knows like I love Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder. I'm a big Motown fan. And like it was just like it felt like surreal, like being on there. Like, I was in backstage and I was like seeing a picture of Stevie And I was like wow, like it was so like, and I'm like the crowd's cheering, and like I'm about to go out there, and it's like, whoa, like I've come a long way in my career so far, and it felt great.
For sure, bro. No, that's huge, man. It's like the proudest, most humbling moment you could think of, you know?
Yeah, humbling for sure, dude. Gods of the art form, man. Just like rock that stage, and I was just an honor to be up there. So,
facts, man. Tell me about your biggest obstacles.
Biggest obstacles. Funny thing is, when you say that, I think of like just there's so many different things that come up in different. They have different forms, because sometimes they can be in people, sometimes they can be in, timing, or, could be in social media, So obstacle in social media is like just trying to be consistent and trying to like really just get yourself out there, and kind of to keep like the composure and like the mentality of like confidence, because you'll see sometimes somebody make like a song on TikTok, and like that shit just goes like 700,000 views in like one day, and it's like, why isn't my thing blowing up like that? So trying to have like that kind of confidence to like, focus on yourself and really just believe day in and day out that, you can make progress, and stop comparing yourself to people. And then actually this summer, since I started performing more, the other challenge I think is, our obstacle is just like, I guess the people in the music industry is, it's something to definitely get adjusted to. You meet very, 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 very nice people everywhere you go, but there's also a lot of scamming. I always say to artists, like to my friends or to anybody who's interested, like they just like ask me questions about this. Like I always say, like there's the music industry, and then there's a level below the music industry that's kind of like just set out to scam independent artists. Fake.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
Engineers and videographers, and like just a bunch of. It's kind of like a rite of passage, I guess, sadly. And it's just like that's a big challenge, because it's kind of like hurts morale sometimes, getting scammed and trying to, pick that out. And yeah, so I'd say those two things: social media and the scams.
Yeah. No, I feel that, bro. I feel that. My damn message requests are 10 deep right now with them. Like,
I'm sure you know a bunch about that, dude.
Oh, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, what does success in life and in music look like to you?
That's a good question. I think success in music means me making songs at the end of the day that I love, and I think that I put my all into just songs, being able to know that I put my all into these songs. And I have a kind of a physical like reaction to songs, like sometimes, or I guess mental emotional reaction, like when I hear certain songs, like they just I've traced back to like my favorite songs ever, and the first times I heard them, it was like kind of like euphoric. It was kind of like the sensation of like like under the influence or something like that. It was like, I felt like my body was like changing. I felt like super like, whoa, I didn't know I could feel this good. I didn't know a song could have like cause me to have like an emotional reaction. And if I can get to a point where I can make songs and people can kind of have that feeling too from songs I make, that inspiring, that like the feeling, that like warm feeling inside from my music, that's all I care about. That's like everything. Like if I can do that, then I cleared the goal, man. And then, in life, I guess my idea of success is being able to, take care of people who need it, take care of people who have taken care of me in the past, inspire people, and just do good and spread goodwill in this world. That's like the highest thing I can do, is spread goodwill. So.
Do you remember any of those songs that made you feel that way the first time you heard them?
Yeah, two. So one was Dark Fantasy by Kanye West. And I remember out here, there's a bunch of woods, right? And I was driving in the car. I was probably like 9 years old with my brother. And he used to get these leaked songs every Friday, because it was called Good Fridays back in the day, when Kanye and he had all these artists around like 2010 era. And I remember he was playing Dark Fantasy, which is like the start of this album. And it's like, the singer Tiana Taylor, she starts singing. It's like angelic, like it's like incredible. And it's like, I remember sitting there in my brother's just driving this car and I'm sitting in the passenger seat. I'm just like, this is like, I've never heard anything like this. Like, this is insane. Like, this is like beautiful. Like, it sounds like, I don't know. I grew up in church and like, it kind of reminded me of like church gospel, like music, but it's also like modern and like super like cultural and tasteful. And it's like, I don't know. I just heard her beautiful, like angelic singing. I was just like, this is insane. I got like my hair like rose up. What is that called? Goosebumps.
Yeah.
And that was like insane. Yeah, man. And the other one was probably like You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson. I remember on Christmas Eve I was listening to it, and it was the first time I listened to it. Christmas Eve, I was probably like, this is probably about 10 years later, like probably like 18, and hearing that and looking out, like it was like dark. It was dark and it was this, you know, starless sky, and just sitting there. Like I said, like every night I just go out and dance, and I stop dancing, I just sit there, and like there's moments of the song where it's like his like I said again, like his angelic singing was kind of just like, whoa, kind of just like a fire that gets lit up and like inside my body, and it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of indescribable feeling. So yeah, those are the two moments I can really pick out. So
hell yeah, man. If you could go back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
Ooh, dang, that's like the greatest question, isn't it? If I could tell him anything, I think it would be, don't get so down when you make a mistake, bro. And like, just because you make a mistake doesn't mean you can't do the thing. Just because you can't do the thing now doesn't mean you won't be able to do it in the future. Like, see yourself doing it, and you know, hold on to that feeling. Don't stop until you do. I was a kid that was very confident deficient. I'd say I struggled from confident deficiency, and if I could say anything to him, it would be I'd definitely say that. Like, just because you can't do it now doesn't mean you won't be able to do it soon.
I get that. I totally get that, man. Do you have anything coming up you want to talk about?
Yeah. Ironic you asked that, because tomorrow I literally have a song coming out. So
nice.
Yeah. It's a new song I have coming out. It's you've heard of Jersey Club music?
I mean, I've heard of it. I don't know much about it.
Cool. So yeah, it's like I'm like a producer, obviously, and I produced a song called "Spend the Night," and it's Jersey Club, and it's like I try to do everything like I'm inspired by today's music a lot, but I always try to put my spin on it, my version of it. As a pop artist, like I'm just a student of all types of music, and I incorporate the great sounds that like I love into, you know, my style and my sound. And like it's called, like I said, it's called "Spend the Night," and it's about like me kind of like talking to this girl about spending the night in a gentleman-like way, not like but and what's it called? Cool. My favorite part about this song is that I have a friend who actually I work with. He's an artist. His name's Pancho, and he's on the song, but he's not like a traditional feature. He actually, I brought him to his studio one day, and he heard the track, he heard the beat going, and he's like, "Hey, can I just like try something?" I was like, "Yeah, go." And he did this freestyle, but I cut out this part where he said, "Spend the night, yeah." So I took that, and then I kind of instrumentalized the vocal, and I put it into the track, so it's kind of like a sample, and it's scattered throughout the track, and that's what's kind of like gives the track its identity. And with a Jersey Club beat, and it's like beautiful horns, and it's like, I just think it's my favorite track I've ever made, and I'm super pumped. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I'm ecstatic for this to come out, and yeah, like I'm just like I'm so pumped for it, bro.
Damn, bro, I'm excited to hear that, man. And what you did with the vocals, that's crazy. I'm excited to hear how that is.
Word, yeah, I'm sending it to you tomorrow.
All right, bet, man, for sure.
Word. Awesome.
Before we end it, is there any kind of like closing sentiment, some advice you'd like to give people?
I really try not to preach, and you know, I don't want to prop myself up as like some perfect person, because I'm definitely not, like, at all. But you got mostly independent artists who watch your stuff, so I could definitely tell them something. Just because, wow, I guess it's the same advice I would tell my past self. Like, just because you're not doing it now doesn't mean you won't be able to do it soon. Keep the mindset of like growth. Keep the mindset of you are it's processing. You know, your hard work isn't being thrown away; it's just being stored. And the more you work, guys, the better it'll build up, and you know, you'll get a point where it all comes to fruition. You know, it may not come in the time or in the form you may expect it to, but you will get what you deserve. I believe in God, and I believe that, you know, this world is incredibly giving to people who deserve it. And I have no choice but to believe that, because or else I just have no hope in life. So for all you people grinding, like, stay the course. You will get it. Trust.
I loved the way you said that your hard work is not being wasted, it's being stored. That's the perfect way to put it. I love that, bro. That's awesome.
Take that. I hope you take that with you know, to inspire you. So
no doubt, bro. No doubt. Man, I appreciate your time, bro. For real. I appreciate everything you shared. I cannot wait to see what you do, man. You're on your way up. I know that.
Word, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for your time, bro.
Hey.
Yeah.
No worries at all, man. No worries at all, bro. This has been Characterized It with Matthew Tubin. Great episode. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.